Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Gina Ricci. I definitely think, it's
yeah.
even.
I'm thinking that works. I think that works, whether it's in Costa Rica, it's in the Jersey Shore, with Gina getting chased by rock stars, with all you incredible people here. Happy Ecosystem Merger and Mastery Monday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for amazingness. Gina, who do we have here today with us?
Today, we have coming to us from Long Beach, New York right now, but lives on the Upper East Side, Mr. Bob Jemis. He is an incredible rock star attorney, obtained about 25 multi-million-dollar verdicts, Sean, and a number of 8-figure verdicts, listed, had a number of verdicts listed also on the top 100 verdicts nationally and top 50 verdicts in New York, recipient of Lawyer's Lawyer Award from Bucks County Bar Association. I mean, there's so many amazing things about this man. Emeritus director of the NYSTLA, which I bet you know what that means, and leading CLE lecturer, as well as with the masters, Don Keenan and David Ball. Those are probably names that maybe you know. Editor and co-author of numerous articles in the New York Law Journal. Welcome, Bob, to The Real Raw.
Thank you, Gina. Great intro. Thank you.
Uh-oh, did we lose Sean?
I think we did.
Sean, are you out to sea? No.
We lost Sean. Uh-oh. I'll have to go fishing and find him.
Yes.
There he is.
It's a little technical difficulty, but Bob, dude, $25 million verdicts, that's crazy.
Thank you. And I'm not dead yet, so who knows, you know?
Yeah. Congratulations. Awesome. And I missed your fun fact. So what is your fun fact?
My fun fact. I don't know. I'm a boring guy. I like to try cases. I like doing what I do.
That's awesome. Nothing that we wouldn't expect about you. Like something like totally unexpected. It doesn't have to be fun. Be like, whoa, Bob, really?
Yeah. I'm a really good dad, and I was a great husband for many years. For my dad. So.
How many children do you have, Bob?
I have 2 kids, 28 and 27, and I'm very close with them. And my late wife was also my boss and partner. So we were All partners for 30 years, married 29, and so.
Wow. And beautiful story. And now I understand how Bob got the $25 million verdicts. So great job, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, who we got?
Next up, a real estate rock star from the greater Houston market. Welcome, Michaela Green. She's also a foodie, loves trying new cuisine. I'm sure you probably tell your clients good places to go when you're showing them all these incredible places. Experience in real estate and in marketing, Sean, always putting the clients first. Welcome, Michaela.
Michaela, welcome to The Real Raw. Thank you for being here today.
Hi, yeah, I appreciate the introduction. It's really nice to be on here. I appreciate the invite and being able to be on this platform. So I'm excited to tell you guys a little bit more about what I do. Yeah.
Awesome. And Michaela, like what in the world of foodiness really strikes a chord with you?
I don't know. I think just some people it's like I love watches too, but I think for some people it's like watches or cars or shoes or purses. For me, it's food. And with Houston, I think people can relate to that.
Oh,
so
I'm a big foodie. I love food.
I could tell. I loved your reaction.
Yeah. John cannot relate so much because he eats all of 3 things, which include pizza, chicken wings, and burgers, and that's about it. So he doesn't relate at all, but I'm with you, sister.
Wait, Michaela, that's unfair. I am a connoisseur of pizza, chicken wings, and burgers. Does that qualify me as a foodie?
No, that's a difference. Yeah, you're a connoisseur. So you're not just some regular pizza eater. But I think everybody, for most people, they pretty much know that Houston has an abundance of food and it's very diverse here. So I think that's probably the reason why I'm such a foodie as well, because there's so many choices. So yeah, all I do is work and find the next place to eat. That takes up a lot of my time.
Oh wait, you also have a big heart because you helped survivors of Hurricane Harvey, which I forgot to say, which is incredible. And thanks for what you do. Sorry, back to you, Sean.
Yeah. Thank you for that heart-centeredness. And what is your fun fact, Michaela?
Fun fact. Well, fun fact, I guess I can throw out there and give to you guys is that I am really, really into vintage watches. So that's kind of interesting for anybody that likes watches. I know I'm like a watch nerd. So yeah.
What is your favorite vintage watch?
Oh, it's gonna be the next one I get. I want to get a GLC Reverso. That's gonna be really nice. Either that or Cartier Santos, something like that. I'm trying to steer away from getting a Rolex, but it'll probably be something like a Cartier or JLC, something really professional and refined. Think Mad Men, something like that vibe.
Awesome. Well, Michaela, it is a pleasure to have a foodie and a watchy in our presence. We got Bob, we got Michaela, and we got some judges today. Who do we have on this Mastery Monday?
All right, some financial rock stars for sure. Mr. David Linsky, managing partner at Linsky Financial, helping the younger generation, awarded South Jersey's 30 Under 30 in 2019. Incredible. Welcome, David Linsky, to The Real Raw.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Hey, David, welcome to the party. Where are you coming from in South Jersey today?
So I'm actually in our South Florida office right now, but our South Jersey office is right in Cherry Hill, right outside of Philadelphia.
Very nice. Awesome. What's your fun fact, David?
So I consider this a fun fact. My brother may not. So I have a brother that's 4 years older, and he actually joined the firm after me. So I consider myself the senior person above him in the firm.
Very cool. Well, congratulations on your senior over older brotherness. And
there you go.
Yeah, awesome job. Welcome to the party, David. Gina.
Next up, another financial superstar, Bill Constane, CEO and founder of Freedom Wealth Services for over 26 years, helping families maximize their financial positions, served on the advisory board for 5 different companies with annual revenues of over $2 billion a year, Sean and Bella. He is the CFA of Savings Highway Global, which is a 16-year A+ rated global company providing employee benefit discounts, travel, including travel, bill negotiation, all that amazing stuff. 7-figure income earner in a home-based business, originally from New York City and currently resides in Florida as well. welcome Bill Constane to The Real Raw.
Bill,
Tina.
awesome.
Hey, Sean.
Many extraordinary things. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. 26 years. They got me right out of kindergarten. I've done a lot right out of kindergarten. They lost some hair along the way, though.
Yeah. And what is your fun fact, Bill?
You know, I was a competitive bodybuilder as a teenager into my early 20s. And now I'm just trying to get back into shape, hitting the gym. So if my limbs could hold up, maybe I'll do a masters competition.
Very cool. Well, that is extraordinary. And where are you living now?
I'm in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, which is northeast Florida, just north of St. Augustine, just south of Jacksonville.
Yeah, part of the great Florida migration. I think we're gonna look back at COVID and state tax law changes and call this the Great Florida Migration. So enjoy the great state of Florida, my friend.
Yeah, I moved here 7 years ago on the dot. Actually, another fun fact is I left my house with my wife and kids before we sold it. 7 years ago, we hit the road. And we ended up not selling it. We ended up renting it, but we had a beautiful house. But there was a tax scandal in upstate New York, and we decided to, move to Florida. We didn't have the tax scandal. The actual town had the scandal, and we didn't want to be a part of it. And we wanted warm weather. Every year, 2 or 3 times, we'd come to Florida, and every time I came back, I said, "Why aren't we living here?" So ultimately, we decided to finally do it. That was 7 years ago.
All right. Well, Bill, thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
All right, Gina, who we got rolling with David and Bill as judges?
Next up, another real estate rock star, broker out of Atlanta, Miss Nicole London. 15 years in real estate, top 10% of her office. Her first venture, this entrepreneur's first venture, was a hairstylist. She opened up a salon. She since then decided to close her salon and focus strictly on real estate. And we are glad you are here, Ms. Nicole London. Welcome to The Real Raw.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, welcome to the party. Thank you for being here. And what is your fun fact, Nicole?
My fun fact, I love reggae music. I am totally a reggae head. And I know most people don't know that, but my parents are originally from South America. So I totally love reggae.
Nice. And what part of South America?
Guyana.
Wow. Cool. And what is your favorite reggae artist?
Favorite reggae artist, Barris Hammond.
And what is like a Barris Hammond tune that we might check out?
Black Roses, that's one name. Put me on the spot, so I can't think off the back of my head. Just off the top
Black Roses team to take us out today in honor of Nicole's appearance. So go out song for today. Does that sound fair, Nicole?
Okay.
All right, awesome. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And Sean, Nicole someday wants to live in either the place you just came from, Costa Rica, or Panama. So yeah, so Panama, I know they were just there. You're just home from there.
Yes. From Costa Rica in a 48-hour, very lengthy stay. No, it's
I haven't visited yet, but my plan is to go there. I've already been to Panama, and my plan is to go to Costa Rica to see if I can build something off the ocean and not be too far from the airport. So if I have people come in, I can get to them pretty easy.
All right, here's a quick fun fact, Nicole. In 48 hours in Puerto Rico, 48 hours in Costa Rica, we had 2 business dinners, a business breakfast. We zip lined, worked in a charitable function in the local community, went wave running and surfing. All in
really?
Yes, that would be our fun fact.
Oh my gosh, that would be right up my alley.
48 hours in Costa Rica. So Nicole, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Gina, where are we going now?
All right, last up, this man, Sean, he brought this extraordinary gentleman, Bill Constane. Drew Berman is with us today as a judge, international speaker, best-selling author, peak performance strategist, chief fun officer at drewberman.com. Welcome, Drew, to The Real Raw.
Drew, what's up, brother?
Sean, good to see you. Welcome back from Costa Rica, one of my favorite places in the world. And I'm thrilled to be here today with some amazing people on this Magic Monday.
Oh, awesome. Drew, what is your fun fact, my friend?
Well, I know you're a baseball fan. So when I was 11, I was at Yankee Stadium and we went there for batting practice. And I was the only one in the stadium with my dad. And I asked the right fielder for his autograph. And he stopped batting practice and he came over to start talking to me. He was a bat boy. He was just warming up. Like we were there before the players even got out. So we developed rapport and he liked me and he took a liking to me. And then in the fourth inning, packed stadium, he's like, "Where's Drew? Where's Drew?" And I come running down and he hands me a cracked game used Reggie Jackson bat with his RJ initials on the bottom. And I held it for about 15 years and then ended up at a signing autograph show. And with a silver marker on his black bat, I got Reggie Jackson to sign the bat. And it's above my TV on my console in a frame.
That is awesome. Well, Drew, love hearing the story of Reggie in Yankee Stadium. Thank you for all your support and amazingness. And we're going to have some fun today. Ready? All right, let's do this thing. We got the influencers fresh off of all that excitement in Costa Rica, and she may have an interesting fun fact or two, but Bella Verita, welcome to the party as co-host of this extraordinary extravaganza, of course. And who is this woman? Yes, she too is a seven-figure earner in the space of network marketing a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, after leaving selling crafts on her front lawn as a tot, eventually becoming the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. Not number 3 or 2, #1. So what do you do with all that? Well, you decide you're going to create impact and scale and growth by sourcing talent, Align Talent. She is the chief influence sourcers at Align Talent, the queen, the princess of causing growth and scaling by finding you, your marketing and sales team, and all the talent you need to become everything you want. And seriously, pause. It is not easy to find sales talent. Take it from somebody who's gone through about 1,000 salespeople in my life, slight exaggeration. It has not been an easy thing to source, even in the professional services space, in the entrepreneurial services space. Bella does it at an extraordinary level, having retention rates beyond belief, and she sourced talent for us here at Unblinded. So, co-host Bella Verita, coming back from Costa Rica, what is happening, my friend?
Hello, Mr. Sean Callaghan. How are you?
I am delightful. What is your fun fact, Bella Verita?
I was thinking about this, and I don't know what is more fun. The fact that I signed your life away by signing the waiver for your trip that you couldn't read, but I signed your waiver, and then I put you on the back of a jet ski or a wave runner in the middle of the ocean, or the fact that you took me surfing with saltwater alligators. I'm not sure which is more fun or more dangerous, but both of those happened this weekend.
They both did. And here is my counter fun fact to Bella's fun fact is that I'm blind. I am driving a wave runner in the middle of the ocean. And we are having to maintain some distance as we're traveling probably between 20 and 40 miles per hour hitting speeds. And I'm like, Bella, just say the closing, moving. And she's like, I know. And she's telling me other things. I'm like, Bella, we are going to and kill ourselves in this thing. Like, to answer my question. She's like, well, no, I'm trying to explain all these things to you. I'm like, I just need a yes or no as we're closing yardage. And this is all going on after she signed this waiver. And I'm completely convinced it's because you want to take over the full reign of the hosting duty on the Real Raw. And you're trying to kill us. And when you saw it happening, you're going to jump off the back of the wave runner. Am I right, Bella Verita?
Negative ghostwriter. Negative ghostwriter. I mean, there might be parts of that are true, but I'm not going to go with all of that as a true statement. And you may be a very good trial attorney, but you will not get me to say yes to that.
Rita, appreciate your awesome. Gina, great job as always. Thank you so much for your heart-centeredness, your love, your wisdom, for launching us each and every day on the extraordinary Real Raw. Thank you, Gina Ricci. We will see you soon from this wonderful multiverse.
Thank you, Sean Callaghan. Bye, everyone. Have an incredible day exploring Integrous influence. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Okay, Bella Verita, who's going first in this party today?
Ooh, I think Michaela. Ladies go first. I think she's excited to be sharing with us what she does.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Michaela, what we're doing here is we're unpacking, as many of you may know or not, the superpower of influence. It's not linear. It's not exponential difference. In fact, in some cases, it's infinite. Sounds extraordinarily hard to believe. Well, let's ask anyone who's ever hired salespeople, for example. And let's say 16, 17 years ago, I hired 4 salespeople. and they were there to set appointments. The first person booked 0, the second person booked 0, the third person booked 0, and the fourth person who said they worked about half a day, and when they got the phone call, they thought they were getting fired after 2 weeks, they booked 30 appointments.
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't know about you math majors, but there is no number you can multiply times 0 to get to 30. So there wasn't a linear difference or an exponential difference. There was an infinite difference. Another quick thought, a friend had an event at his house to raise money for an extraordinary charity. He brought 40 people, 2 of whom were billionaires, a number of centimillionaires, and many decamillionaires, down in the great state of Florida, where the great migration is occurring. Pause. I was in a separate room that had 0 billionaires, 0 centimillionaires, some decamillionaires, some millionaires, and a lot of fine folks that were just looking to earn a living and create acceleration. And what numbers do you think were raised for charity? The same charity in those 2 different rooms. I'll give you the answer. That amazing, incredible person who had so many heart-centered, wonderful people wanted to get involved raised $0. In the room I was in, we raised 1.7 million in 26 minutes. What are the differences? Intelligence? I don't think so. Likability? I also don't think so. But there are micro distinctions in what cause people to say yes. And they're not linear. They're exponential and beyond. And that's what we're here to play with. We have fun, we open listening, but we're playing with something that causes leadership to actually make the world a greater place or not. That's where we are. So Michaela, with that said, we always ask our contestants to say, hey, what's a yes that you're seeking in the world? Whether it's in your marketing, your selling, your leadership, your management, your recruiting, your fundraising, if that's what you're doing, what's a yes that matters to you? Bella Verita will be that person. And your job is to go from hello to yes. It doesn't have to be a yes like a sale in 3 minutes. That's a little bit crazy. But if you have 3 minutes to get to a yes that will move that forward, perhaps to a longer meeting, that's what we're playing with. So it's not boiler room. It's not pitching, hooking, closing. It's heart-centered, integrous yes to move things forward, to make the world an even greater place. Could be an ideal client, whatever you want. Michaela, who would you like Bella to be?
Sure. So just to give you some context, I am a realtor outside of Houston, but I'm not a typical realtor. So a lot of my time and my energy and all of my appointments are dedicated to me connecting people. So I work with developers and investors. And so all my meetings are dedicated to getting my investor to invest on the projects with my developers. So
Awesome.
I am a realtor, but I'm not a typical realtor. I structure deals and I put deals together for my developers.
Cool.
So typically the people I'm talking to and meeting with are investors, and that conversation is typically me getting them to meet with my developer.
Cool. So Bella will be an investor then, I'm presuming, yes?
Yes.
And what type of net worth would she be at?
Honestly, it can vary anywhere from the normal middle class person to millionaire. The ideal investor that we're looking for is basically just somebody who's looking to put their money to work, because what my developer offers is something that not a lot of developers offer. They basically are crowdfunding for their project. So if we need to raise $500,000 for a certain project, she has $100,000 to play with, then she can put that in a said project and get anywhere from like 30-40% ROI on her money.
Cool. All right, let's have Bella pick your net worth and take us in.
All right. Hello, Michaela. This is Bella.
Hey, Bella. It's Michaela. I appreciate you giving me the time to meet up with you for coffee real quick. I just want to give you an idea of what I do, and as to hopefully answer some of your questions as to why we met, and all that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I've heard a little bit about you. I'd love to hear a little more.
Perfect. So just to kind of give you an idea, I am a realtor, but my niche is mostly me working with developers and also working with developers and connecting the two. I basically create win-win-wins for people. So basically what I do is I look for investors that are looking to hopefully put their money to work in a project and create a win-win-win for you, myself, and also the developer. So what we do with the money that we get from our investors is that money goes to, number one, buying the land, and also the money is used for the construction loan for that said project. So that's what we're raising the money for. And the reason why I'm having this conversation with my investors is because in the Houston market right now, new construction is just the way to go. There are still great deals as far as finding homes to flip and finding homes to buy and hold. But even if you do find those deals, which are extremely hard to find, once you do find them, I'll use Spring Branch as an example because that's where my project is right now. I have 22 listings there at the moment, so I know the numbers in that area really well. If you find a home to flip or buy and hold versus new construction, if you were to buy new construction instead of, buy and hold property and flip property, that new construction project, those new construction homes are going to sell for 10% more and 15% faster than, say, if you were to flip a home or buy and hold a property in the area. Same thing with renting. The rents are going to be substantially higher for a new construction home. So that's why I'm encouraging my investors to look towards new construction because the money it would take for you to flip a home, you could build 4 townhomes.
Wow.
That making sense so far?
That is making a lot of sense.
Perfect. And a lot of times some people will ask me, well, hey, Michaela.
Good afternoon, Nicole. This is Jose.
Hey, Michaela, I have money that I want to put in, but I may have somebody else that may want to put money in as well. You can do that. You can absolutely partner with people to do a project together. So let's say if you have 100K, they have 100K, they can come together and you guys can do a project together. So if what I'm describing kind of fits what you're trying to do so far, then would it be fair to go ahead and set up a time and place to meet up with my developers so we can check out the project and also answer any more nitty-gritty questions you may have for the developer? Is that fair?
Yeah, I would definitely love to find out more. Thank you.
Love it. So would Monday or Tuesday work better for you?
Let's go with Tuesday.
Perfect. I'll lock in a time and place.
Awesome. Thank you, Michaela.
Michaela, excellent job. Appreciate you. We're coming back with the judges in a minute. Bob, who would you like Bella to be?
I'm sorry, say it again, please.
Yeah, who would you like Bella to be in this round?
Who would I like? Whoever she wants. She's beautiful, so she can do whatever she wants.
Well, you got to go.
I wish that were true. Sean, could you imagine if I could do whatever I want all the time?
Bob, that would be a disaster for this entire planet. So
it would be. As a matter of fact, when we were on the plane, I was watching the, while you slept the entire 5 hours, I watched movies and, did work and stuff and watched you sleep. It was very entertaining. But I watched Wonder Woman, 1984, the backdated version. And the whole theme of the movie was there was a guy that found this crystal thing and got to make all these wishes come true. Everybody got everything that they wanted and it created complete chaos in the world.
Yes.
So that's actually true.
Bob, so let's mitigate that chaos perhaps. And what is a yes for you that matters in the world? And that's who Bella will be. What would you like to have a yes from? Could be an ideal client, could be a speaking opportunity, a book deal, raising money for charity, whatever would be a yes that would be meaningful for you, Bob.
A yes for me that would be meaningful is I would like to see jury reform. I would see all people serve on juries. What I find all the time is that they play racist and classist games with jury duty.
Nice.
For example, you could be in a conservative county. They may have cities in that county. And what they'll do is the jurors who are perhaps minorities or poor, instead of putting in the court where they get the bigger cases, they put them on jury duty in the smaller cases. And that's not right. And that's not fair.
Yeah. So who would you like to talk to then to create this legislative change? You're talking to one person. Who would you like to be speaking to?
Governor.
Cool. A governor of New York? Yeah, awesome.
I mean, I tried case New York, but this is probably true for any state.
All right, Governor Bella. This is frightening, Bob. Governor Bella, take us in.
Hello, Bob.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good, Governor. How are you?
I am extraordinary. I got a few short minutes, and I heard you had a topic you wanted to discuss with me.
Yes. We have a problem in New York because it's not fair and it's not just that people, for example, that serve on jurors tend to be the wealthier people that have cars that can drive, so they have driver's licenses and things like that. But if you're a poor person, you're not on the jury duty list, but don't you need justice also? And shouldn't your part of the community be served as well?
I would agree with that, yeah.
So can't we get some reform, legislative reform, that you would then sign as governor that says if anybody is getting public assistance of any kind, lives in some sort of housing that is fallen by the government, that is part of your civic duty, you get on the list for jury duty.
I definitely, I can understand where you're coming from. Why is this so important to you? Why do you think that we need to put this in place?
Because you're supposed to have a jury of your peers, but that's not the way it works out right now. You're not getting people like you, or maybe, okay, you might be educated, you might have money, but I have clients that don't have that good fortune. And they should be judged not by people that look down on them, but that people that look like them.
I can definitely see where you're going with this. And so how do you propose we go about this?
I think we have to just make, it's easy enough to make it, whether it be a court rule or a statute, that all people that get any kind of governmental assistance or live in any kind of governmental housing are automatically on the jury rolls.
I mean, this makes sense to me. I'm not even sure why it hasn't been done before. I mean, makes complete sense to me.
They should also have automatic voter registration as well, because otherwise their votes are being suppressed.
I would definitely agree with that. And I think there's some opportunities to upgrade our voting system for our new world, but that's a different conversation for a different day. Anything else I can do for you today, Bob?
Well, yes, get judges who are actually follow the law and aren't just political hacks. That's a bit tougher though.
Ooh, I love Bob.
Yes. We will save that conversation for a different day as well, but we'll definitely work on that. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Yes, Bob, awesome job, man. Mikhail as well. Great.
You could sit and have conversation with Bob all day, couldn't you?
Yes, I absolutely could. It is extraordinary. I mean, starting with this, I know how Bob feels about this, but the fact that judges are rated on the speed with which they clear their docket as essentially the only criteria means that a judge's job is essentially to find the weaker party, squeeze the weaker party, make rulings to cause the weaker party to want to settle and resolve the case. And that is not how you dispense justice. It's how you create inequity in a broken system. Bob, you're in alignment with that or no?
I'm in alignment with that, and I would go even a step further. I think it's not even just to pick who's weaker. They are looking to screw somebody. Okay, I'll put it a little more blunt than you are, actually. And because they want the resolution. It's all about numbers. It's not about justice. It's not about the quality of their writing. It's not about the quality of their analysis or knowledge of law. It's the assembly line justice. Are you moving the cases? If you have dispositions, they love you. If you don't have dispositions, no matter how brilliant you are, they can't stand you.
Yeah. Well, awesome job, Bob. Appreciate it. Let's see what the judges have to say today. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go, David. What 30 seconds of feedback, please, do you have from Michaela? 15 seconds on work, 15 seconds what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. David, please.
Yeah, firstly, you both did a great job, Michaela. The one thing I really enjoyed about your delivery and the way that you spoke to Bella as a possible investor is the transparency. One thing you probably see a lot in real estate investing is talking about things that maybe don't matter as much, but you're upfront with the win-win-win, making sure the investor knew that you and your partner, the investor, will also benefit from them coming on, which I think is very important. What was the second part, Sean?
Yeah, just a score on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'll give that a nice 8.
Nice. Well, thank you, David. Bill, how about yourself? What do you have for me?
Sean, I think we just lost Bill. I'm not, the team is looking for him, but Bill's not here right now. So I'm not sure where you want to go.
Has been dropped into the multiverse. Excellent. So Nicole, what do you have, please, for, let's go, Michaela.
You're on mute, Nicole.
Sorry about that. Okay, so yes, I would have to piggyback with David. That was the first thing that stood out to me, her transparency, which is amazing because a lot of times, a lot of people in our industry have a tendency to hide that they will also benefit. And the truth is they will benefit, and that's okay. as long as everybody feels comfortable with the deal and how it's structured. So I think that was amazing delivery. And I love the fact that you didn't hide it and you didn't seem uncomfortable with it either.
And your score for Michaela is?
Definitely a 10 for me.
Beautiful.
It was very clear.
Yeah. 10s are not common, Michaela. Great job. Great feedback, Nicole. Drew, my friend, what do you have for Bob? What do you have for Bob?
Drew, are you frozen? Uh-oh, I think Drew is frozen.
Okay, so let's go then. Let's go for Bob.
Authority figure. What's that?
Let's start again, Drew. The beginning was frozen. So just if you could start.
Yeah. So I think Bob opened it great. He was in great conversation. He was great conversational. He matched tone for tone. He actually got 3 yeses in 3 minutes, which was awesome. He actually led her through agreement after agreement after agreement, which was awesome. I'd say for a mastery, just a little bit of tweak for expertise. Ask more questions. I think everyone likes to be acknowledged. She's the governor. Acknowledge her for something she's doing right. Acknowledge her for something that you appreciate that she's doing in the community. Acknowledge this is something that you can do for her in service. So I say, other than that, it was great. I'm going to give you an 8.87.
8.87. I love the first 3-digit decimal down to the 1,000th by Drew. Excellent job. Appreciate that. And now let's go with, since we were looking for our other fine judge in the multiverse, let's go back to David. What did you have for Bob?
I thought Bob did a great job. You really felt he was talking to the real governor right there, so that was impressive. And you can't fake passion, so that's one thing you could tell when he was speaking about the issues and the yes he wanted to get. He was speaking with complete passion. So I'm honestly going to give that a nice 10.
Woo!
This 10's on the board. It's been we've had like over a month since a 10's been on the board. More than 3,000 people been on here. And I would say that under 20 people have ever gotten a 10. So that's a beautiful job. Thank you for the feedback. Congratulations, Bob and Michaela. Nicole seems like she might want to have some more fun, Bella, but I'm not quite sure what we should do from here. What do you think?
She does. Nicole definitely seems like she is a fun lady. We might want to see to have some fun.
All right, so let's do this thing, Bella. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. So Nicole, even though it's super uncomfortable for Bob and Michaela to be on the quote hot seat, I will volunteer to go on the hot seat now myself. And you could put me on that hot seat, put me on the spot where I now, like Bob and Michaela, have to go from hello to yes. That'll be my job. And your option is you can either select the scenario where you pick the person I'm going to be and whomever I'm going to be getting a yes from. And that yes would be for a longer meeting or something like that. I've been President Biden. I've been President Trump. I've had to go from hello to yes with somebody about an airline ticket, the last one they had to get home. I've been an attorney, an accountant, a financial services provider, a coach, a trainer, a speaker, an author. I've been like everything. So would you like to set the scenario of what I have to go from hello to yes about, or would you like to pass that along to somebody else on the panel?
Nope, I want to set the scenario.
Woo, look at this. Okay, so who would you like me to be?
Okay, so I would personally like you to be a real estate broker who is recruiting a top 1% agent nationally.
And
they're tough. They're tough.
Yeah, awesome.
And you want to bring them onto the company and you want to give them the highlights of why they should be with you.
Awesome. I love it. And who would you like to be? So I'll be that. Who would you like to be the realtor, yourself or somebody else?
No, I'm gonna have somebody else. So I'm listening to you guys. Let's go with David.
All right, David, would you accept this challenge? You are a top real estate agent and we're having a conversation and see if we can get somewhere together.
That sounds great to me.
All right. So, hey, David, thanks so much for having the conversation. I know you are busy and you are crushing it out there, selling real estate all over Long Beach Island, New Jersey, which resonates so deeply with my heart and my soul. Appreciate you. And thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Yeah, of course. Always excited to hear new opportunities.
Yeah. So, David, I hear nonstop about your name, and the things that I hear constantly are energy, integrity, and heart-centeredness, amongst other things, but those keep popping.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, awesome. So my question is, what drives you? What's the mission? Like, what are you looking to create in this world?
The main thing that happened was, just like a lot of people in my industry, you have a learning curve, and the desire has always been to be the best, but also to be recognized, like you just said, and those words you described, and to provide not just for my family, but I'm trying to build my own team and give them the recognition of my name when they go out to sell their homes. So just as the ball kept going, just wanted to build on it each and every day.
Cool. Awesome. So when you're looking to build that team and create that income and those dynamics for other people, like, what's your why around that? What drives you?
I feel as though I've been able to create a model of success in my industry. And one, I'm not selfish and I want to share that with others, but I also want to create another stream of income where I could have a team working for me when I don't really want to be out there working myself. Now, of course, managing them, but passing along my knowledge to them.
Awesome. Well, love hearing it. I'm feeling the heart-centeredness and the vision to impact people, to create more for human beings. It's like fully present. Would it be okay in this last minute or so, David, if I could share a bit about myself? And if this resonates, I would love to have a longer conversation. If it doesn't, I understand. Would that be okay with you?
Of course.
Yeah. So I've been working in this business for a long time. And I've been working in a program of late called Unblinded. And it's given me a language for what's caused me to have the success I've had to date. And what we've had unique success in, and we're only gaining massive acceleration in, is creating team structures, leverage, and duplication. And what I become fully present to is the most difficult thing for people to create is meetings with their ideal avatars, their ideal people in relationship with, whether that's in the space of direct client, strategic alliance partnerships, speaking opportunities. We tend to be very randomized in how we go about doing those things. And I'll hear people say, yeah, my business is built on referrals from clients, which is outstanding. Of course, we want that. But I'll also hear, yeah, and I network and I get out there. And what I always see is a lack of intentionality, which is obviously a math problem. If we're going to decide that we want to go eat, there's places we go directly to eat, knowing exactly what we're going to get. We know exactly where to go to get medical care. We do not know exactly where to go, and we tend not to go exactly where we should go to meet not just somebody we might do business with, but our optimal avatar. And the bottom line is the way that's created so it can be scaled is through shared experience, because all business is built on relationship, of course. And all relationships, of course, are created on shared experiences, from dating to marriage, to business partnership, to the causing of fundraising. It's all built upon shared experiences. So the question becomes, of course, David, what's the optimal shared experience that we can create to create that magic, that acceleration, that impact? And what we've mastered is how to go about doing that. And we want you here. So if any of this resonates, I'd love to have a conversation about how the compensation structure might be created. But people are always going to talk to you as a top earner, David, about money. They're always going to talk to you about splits. And we're certainly going to have that conversation. But we're not selling you on splits. And we will be very competitive in that category. What we're offering to you and creating is magic, is fun, is dynamic shared experiences that will cause people to not only want to come to your team because of what you've been able to accomplish, but because of what you're going to teach them and help them grow personally, professionally, and financially. We have insanely developed structures around all of the learning and the actualization to cause your growth and scaling. So how does that resonate or not for you? And if it does, I'd love to have another meeting, but what's there for you?
It sounds like what I've been looking for and comparing my options. So I would love to schedule another time to learn more about that concept. And then we'll worry about the financials down the road if it's a nice fit.
All right, awesome, brother. Out of role, David, how did that feel for you, that conversation?
It definitely felt nice. It felt like you could use that passion and how you were kind of explaining the why of what you do, not the what and the how as much, almost across all boards. I think any profession on here can use that in recruiting. So I felt like you were connected. You were repeating my name made me feel as though you're really talking to me. It wasn't rehearsed. So, I would definitely schedule a second appointment.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And how was your time, David, with us today on The Real Raw?
I had a great time. I appreciated Gina relentlessly giving me phone calls to remind me about it. So thank her for me.
Cool. I appreciate you very much. Nicole, how do we do in your scenario?
I think you did great. I do love the fact that you didn't talk about splits and commissions from the very beginning. It wasn't necessarily selling the financial benefit, but selling more of a culture, more of what the company would offer in reference if they were to think about coming on, which is probably actually more important than the commission structure, because people want to feel like they belong to something, and whatever they belong to, they want to know that they've agreed from the very beginning to belong to that. So I think that was great.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for that, Nicole. And Nicole, appreciate you immensely for your time, your vulnerability, for the intent and foresight and depth of your judging and assessing. So really great job today, and thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate being here.
Thank you. Drew, brother, thank you for being here, my man. How was your day with us today?
I love it. I love watching you. You're kind of a wordsmith, right? So I love coming to these, and I loved watching you in action. And this is my first time with you and Bella in the same room, so I was happy to be here.
Oh, awesome, brother. Well, thank you. Great job. Bob, thank you so much for your courage, your vulnerability. Loved your intention of making the world a greater place, bringing more equity and justice to our world. How was your time with us here today?
Terrific. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. And so your big yes in the world is equity, justice, and acceleration. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the best with that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michaela, how was your time with us here today? Again, thank you for your courage and vulnerability. Congratulations on your 10.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. I personally enjoy being in the hot seat. I love role playing and script practicing and all that. So this was fun. I know, as a realtor, like it was a bit of a different script practice that I did, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I was able to get some feedback and maybe even refine it a little bit more. So yeah, had fun.
Awesome. Well, appreciate that and appreciate you. Bella Rita, final, as we get ready to rock this thing and take it home.
Finals. First, you should know that there was like some alarms going off in the Batcave, that like Sean Callagy was needed in the Batcave. I don't know what that's about, but just thought I would share that message with you, because I'm at Callagy Law. I'm at Callagy Law right now. You may or may not know. So I thought I'd pass that message along.
I'm sure the world is seeking much, since my phone is not on me, but thank you for that notice, Bella. Appreciate that.
Yes. And so final is, when you did the demonstration, Sean, what I always appreciate and what I got to see in person is how you always create value for others first, and saw that in action when we were in Costa Rica. People is lining up to want to talk to you. When we were on the bus, there was at one point Sean was having a conversation with someone, and before we knew it, there was like 8 people turned around in their seats, on their knees, like just paying attention. And it is because of that deep rapport, and because people feel heard, seen, and understood. And there's a formula for that. So the team did there's a link in the chat. I would definitely download that guide. It's a free gift from Sean, so you can understand what the formula is. And then every Monday night, we do a call that is specifically for those who have been on the Real Raw, to help you understand what that formula is, how to apply it to your business, how you can go from hello to yes with heart and integrity. So back to you, Sean.
Appreciate that, Bella. And for all of us, listen, the work we're doing in the world is we want to lessen suffering for people in capitalist structures. And people in capitalist structures suffer either from a financial lack or desire for more. They want to create more scale and time freedom, like we're talking about in Nicole's scenario with David and being a top performing realtor. Want to create duplication and leverage. Or we want to create more magic and impact. Tony Robbins, who I don't word drop, name drop, he called me his dear friend. So I respond and say, my dear friend, Tony Robbins. And he has said that personally. This is not in a generic way. In some of our sessions with the Lions group and the Platinum group, he's talked about that he has 20 billionaire friends and 2 are happy. And money doesn't create happiness, not as time freedom in and of itself, but it's how we create contribution, magic, and impact. And we're in Costa Rica, and we're talking about we're funding the building of a school or division of a school for a library and a music center, or we're raising money to support the American Foundation for the Blind and changing the rate of blindness, whatever your cause is in the world, or rate of employment, for folks that are blind, whatever that cause is, that mission for you, it's created in a mechanism that involves influence and knowing what to do with it to create scale. That's the game we're playing here. So really grateful that you were here today. Thank you for being more than one of 5 of more than 3,000 people who've been here. And for all of us, as we think about that impact, we have such a capacity beyond anything we can conceive of or believe to create these outcomes. I am confident that Bob could cause leadership to make those changes in the judicial system. Most of us give up and we let the lower vibrational dynamics take hold. When we cause influence by causing leadership, by causing influence, that's when all happens. But for most of us, we sit in a limited space, Bella Rita, because we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Yeah. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everyone.
Appreciate you being here. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Great day.
Oh, you know.